How you doing, Mr. Maradona?
Good, how you doing, my brother?
Good. Welcome to another episode, chat.
Thank you.
Today we'll be on live on Turnaround Podcast, ex BHP Fitness. And right here with me, we have Dr. Raphael, who is a sport enthusiast. And apart from that, he's an athlete. And also, he's a coach, a fitness coach. And he's into strength conditioning and based on fat weight loss experiments that he has done. He has so many vital ways on how to make people lose weight. But today we are going to be having a different topic, and I want you guys to stay glued to this. And the question we're going to be asking today is something very, very simple. And the question we are trying to ask today is, does fasting build toughness? Does fasting build mental toughness? When we talk about fasting, denying yourself food, denying yourself television. When you talk about fasting, fasting talks about you denying yourself for an immediate want in order to get something. Some people fast for a reason, but does fasting really build mental toughness?
Yeah, let's talk about food first.
Okay.
The same way food is very important for the body, is the same way, either one per month. Science has proven that once per month we have to keep one day to detox our body and to make the lungs rest. The digestive system have to rest for 1 day in a month. Throughout the whole month, so this is actually not an easy task because you are using to eating every day. Now you have to train your mind to adapt to that situation at that moment. You have to let your mind understand that now there's food, even though there's food all around, but you have to be focused. So it builds mental toughness.
Amazing. But what is the hardest part of fasting? Is it hunger or controlling your mind? Like when people fast, what do you think people are really trying to do? Like, do you think their focus is controlling their mind not to feel hunger, or controlling their appetite, or controlling their hunger, or it involves everything?
I think it's everything because the hunger is gonna come.
Wow.
That's natural. But now your mind, you have to let your mind understand that now there is food on ground. It's not that there's no food and you are hungry, my stomach is hungry, but right now I'm not gonna eat. So it's more of mental than physical. Yeah. And that's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Holy Quran make it mandatory for all Muslims to fast 30 days, full 30 days in a year during the month of Ramadan. So that's why people say, oh, this is a blessed month, and that's when most people get healing from their sickness, their weakness, their laziness, because fasting is really, really more than what you can imagine.
And how has fasting changed the way you deal with stress and comfort? How has it deal with the way you manage your stress, the way you manage your stomach? Because I know deep down when someone is fasting, there are lots of temptations, the stress, the anger, the headache. How do you deal with it? How does one have to deal with it?
Great. A lot of people tell me during Ramadan, the Muslim Muslim clients, they always say they have headache while fasting. They have the reason for that is the mind. The mind at the beginning of the fasting, the first 10 days of the Muslim fasting, all of them have headache. Why? Because the mind is not confused yet that this is the life I have to adapt to now. But after the 10 days, the headache disappears. So it's actually the mind. And how you deal with these distractions all around you is still about the mind. You focus on, because fasting is actually not about praying alone. Some people do intermittent fasting to lose weight. Now, when you look at the reward that's waiting ahead of you, so the pains, the hunger means nothing to you at that moment. So that's what you need to program your mind to. If it's about prayer, maybe you want an open door for you. So you have to program your mind at the open door.
Actually, wow, that's really, really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Do you think people quit too easily because they never train their mind? You just say something about that now, that they have not made up their mind, because I was supposed to ask you the next question and you gave me an answer. But can someone become mentally strong without ever experiencing discomfort? Do you think that for you to be mentally strong, you need to face an adversity? Or is it a must that before you become mentally strong, you have to face something? And is discomfort part of it?
Yes, and that's why my best slogan is mind over body. You know, just like you go to gym, you train the body. That's the way you have to train your mind. Without the mind, no success is guaranteed. No upliftment, greatness, no success. Because those things you pass through are the things that made you.
No question.
You understand? And they are the things that give you hope. For example, the way you are now, the things you've passed through and overcame
Is what is building me.
boom, and the thing that gives you hope that you're still going to overcome more tougher things ahead.
And what's one lesson do you think everybody can learn from fasting?
Fasting is, let me put it this way, killing your flesh so that your spirit can manifest.
Fasting is killing your flesh.
Yeah, so that your spirit can manifest. When you fast, you see within yourself. You see more deeper version of you. It's not just the flesh now. Now you are eating. Eating is another form of comfortability, right? And they say if you want to be great, you gotta leave your comfort zone. Now you are going deep inside. So now that moment is another tough moment of life, which if you can adapt to it and you can be disciplined, because take discipline. I want to fast from 6 o'clock, from morning to 6. When it's 3 p.m., you start feeling hungry. Kalas, let me just break. Now the discipline is not there.
Amazing.
So when you hanging long enough to be able to complete that 6 p.m., the joy and the satisfaction is what makes you great.
And do you think that fasting help in weight loss management?
Lord, bro, intermittent fasting. That's why we have that. And
Can you
fasting
brief me
doesn't
on that?
mean, and that's fasting doesn't mean you don't have to eat food. No, that's different type of fasting. You can say, okay, now I feel like I'm talking too much these days. I want to fast. I want to talk less. I don't want to talk more than 10 words per day. It's fasting. It's a kind of fasting. I feel like I'm eating too. I feel like I'm eating too much junk food. I don't want to eat junk food no more. It's fasting. You see yourself shredding because that fast food is actually what's making you big. It's not the food you eat. So fasting really helps weight loss. And fasting doesn't mean that you have to stay 24 hours or 3 hours or 6. No. When you sleep and snack.
Okay. So why do you think that many people start their fitness journey and they quit along the line? Why?
Because there's no discipline. They have motivation at the beginning. Oh, I want to start. I'm so excited. So my body's getting ready.
Explain discipline in one word.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do.
Wow.
Like you love it.
Is motivation compared or overrated compared to discipline? Why do people think what they need is motivation instead of discipline when it comes to their fitness life?
Because motivation is like a relief to the mind, to the heart. You know, when you are feeling down and a friend of you come, bro, don't worry, let's go, you can do it. Then that motivation will pick you up. But for you to get something meaningful, you need to stay disciplined.
And what is the habit that transform, or the habits that separate people who transform their body and from those who don't?
The habit that separates them is just the difference. Let me put it this way: the difference between people that made it and people that didn't made it is either
the decision.
The decision. That's it. You understand? It's just the decision.
But how do you stay tired how do you stay committed when you are tired? Like a lot of people feel like, oh, I dropped because I was so tired. How do you stay committed when being tired?
And that's why mental toughness is very important.
Wow.
Fasting builds mental toughness. You are tired, you are at your peak. Now you want to, that's what they call you hit the wall. When you hit the wall, even your mind is gonna be telling you, bro, you're gonna die if you don't quit now. But now, just one step ahead, that's the toughness. Not everybody get to that level. In fitness, in life, not everyone.
But if you give one piece of advice to someone about to quit, what would you tell them?
I will say just try one more. Yeah, just take a little more step. Maybe that may change your life. Because sometimes you don't even know when you're gonna make it. So maybe today is the day I wanna quit, and just 5 seconds, something great happen. Just like you also, you always say that sometimes the reason why you don't sleep is that you feel like maybe when you are sleeping, something great is happening over there. So that's it.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
try
you so
some more.
much for being on this channel. I
Thank you,
really
my
do
brother.
appreciate so much.
I appreciate you too,
And
brother.
don't forget, 7 days live streaming is coming up. An attempt to break the Guinness Book of Record. Thank you so much, my
Thank you,
brother.
my brother.